Hey everyone, RogueGold here, and today I wasn't planning on doing a video. I'm working on a pretty special one for Christmas Day, as has been my tradition for the past few years, so I really hope to see you back in 2 days' time to see that. But I felt this was important enough of a topic to do a video on, because apparently, according to the man himself, Yannick, survival isn't off the table for the Division 2. Now, I'm not sure if this is as conclusive as an answer as people are hoping for, but it's certainly very interesting. And so I thought it was something important to discuss. And because I thought it was off the table for some pretty big reasons, let's discuss. So fellow content creator Lieutenant Buzz Lightbeer, I'm sure you've heard of him, made a survival support post the other day claiming that it was the best BR of all time. Now, personally, I'm sorry, I kind of disagree. I love survival so much. I think it brought so much to the Division 1, but I think there are better BRs. And I think there were easy things survival could have done to improve its actual BR side. I think it works better as a survival, experience, as a, you're experiencing the weather and all that. I digress. That's not really the point of this. But anyway, obviously everyone loves survival. Not everyone, but a lot of people do. And it had a ton of support in the Division 1, and a lot of people want to see it back in the Division 2. And so that post that Buzz made got over 500 likes. He then tagged Yannick and some other people, and Yannick indeed responded, which surprised me, to be honest. And he said, over 500 likes deserves at least an answer, so here it is. I will consider bringing back survival the day I'm 100% confident that we can deliver something better than the original. Now, this kind of shocked me. To be very clear, I think it's entirely possible that this is a bit of an untruth from Yannick, or at least, a respectful acknowledgement that everyone loves survival and everyone wants to see it back, but this is kind of just to get the community off his back about it, because nothing is impossible, for sure. But I think there's a very big reason as to why I've never thought and still don't think we'll see survival in the Division 2, and that's Heartland. It's pretty widely accepted and known by now that Heartland is probably going to incorporate a lot of survival and PvP elements, and I've never seen a world in which Massive and Red Storm, or Ubisoft overall, wants their two biggest Division titles on the market competing in such a way where they're both offering, a very popular survival experience and then splitting the player base between those two things. And again, this doesn't mean that they couldn't, and it doesn't mean that we'll never see survival in the Division 2. I mean, hell, they obviously had plans to at one point.
And I think my absolute favorite part of the Division was survival. Any information on whether, can you confirm that as a feature is coming back, or is that still one of those, hey, we're seeing what's possible? Hand that back very carefully, not touching that one.
I love survival.
Yeah, it's the best.
So we're not talking about it, but I'd be incredibly surprised if it doesn't come back to
there we go.
the Division and Washington, D.C.
Very exciting. Okay, that's great. I'm actually super happy to hear that. Like, that's fantastic.
I think it's one of those things that, because we split the community, it wasn't quite, it didn't quite get the shine that it should have, and I think it's a shame because there's so many great emotions and player stories that come out of that mode that to give it a little bit more shine and visibility, put it on a pedestal a little bit, I think is something that we should be doing.
For sure.
So I can't talk about it.
Right. He can't talk about it. Got it.
But I think that once Heartland became a thing, those plans got shelved pretty quickly, and that's why you saw, it was right around the time that Red Storm left after TU6, that you saw Amper, I remember, was the one on stream, and someone asked him if we'd see survival or something else, and he said, we have no plans, now or in the future, to bring modes from the Division 1 into the Division 2, and I think that was where this whole debate really got started, when people realized that, wow, they really don't have plans to bring survival into the Division 2. Now, personally, I still really doubt that we're ever going to see survival in Div 2, but it is nice to hear from Yannick that there's at least a possibility of it somewhere out in the ether. This does beg the question, though, what would ensure it being better than the original, as he says, is needed for it to happen? The easy things in my mind, that I've said before, randomized loot. I think having the loot be static and people just being able to learn their farm routes really detracted from the experience after launch. And then more incentive to move inward towards the center of the map. It doesn't have to become a full BR, with a ring and one winner, but a bit more of a push, in my opinion, would always have been nice. So, and I think if you recreate the weather intensity with DC's sandstorms, you'd easily have a Survival 2.0 that's worthy of its name, and so, there you go, folks. We now know that it's not impossible that we may see Survival in the Division 2 one day, as unlikely as I still believe it actually is. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you can be updated every time I upload. Let me know your thoughts on Yannick's comments today about apparently there being at least a possibility that we may one day see survival in the Division 2. Also, let me know what your changes would be that you'd make to the mode in order to fulfill what he said is needed for it to happen, which is that it would live up and be better than the original. I think there are a few ways you could do that, and so I'm very curious what you guys think would be the appropriate changes to make in order to reach that goal. All right, I'm out again to work on my video for Christmas Day. Really hope to see you back. I think it's going to be a really special and fun video. I can't wait to see some of your guys' thoughts on it. So hope to see you back then, but that's going to do it for today, though. Everybody, once again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until the next one, guys, RogueGold out.